going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about the return of quote-unquote pay-to-win bundles, but not in DMZ, Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, more information about schematics, which are essentially buildables, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a reminder, we got plenty of brand new content going up over on dkdynamite.com, expanding on all the coverage you're seeing here on the channel, just in the form of articles on the website, and plenty of tweets going up every hour on Detonated's Twitter. Although today's my birthday, I had 2 zombie videos scheduled for you guys to go up, since there's been so much new information pouring in all over the internet, and it's just kind of out there in the wilderness. I know it's overwhelming to keep up with if you're just a casual news consumer and you're like, wait, what's going on with zombies? So much more information about MWZ has gotten revealed after the COD Next broadcast, thanks to content creators that played it early at Treyarch. They've been sharing info in their videos. You have leakers over on Twitter relaying a bunch of information. Let's go ahead and recap all that once again here tonight. But this morning I posted a separate video talking more about the latest gameplay details and even the achievements that are going to be in Modern Warfare Zombies. But tonight we have a whole different topic to get into. So first and certainly foremost, as reported on Detonated, the Soul Harvester blueprint does have 2 unique benefits inside of Modern Warfare 3. So only available in the Vault Edition as it appears right now. Again, I'm not sure if they're going to change things later, but as of now you can only get this blueprint by getting the Vault Edition of MW3. Bonus souls will be collected during the upcoming Haunting Soul Capture event. It's unclear how many. We'll learn that in the next couple of days, Tuesday the 17th to be specific. That's when the haunting begins, and it's unclear if there's a cap on how many souls you can get in each mode that you play, similar to the Trophy Hunt event from Season 3 of Modern Warfare 2, or if you just get bonus souls in general from using this blueprint. Either way, it's going to be a huge boost to use this blueprint in any game mode of your choice, because you get a lot of souls hell of a lot quicker, which means you can get all the rewards hell of a lot quicker in the events tab from the menu. But the other benefit that I haven't seen much discussion about is the fact that the Dead Wire ammo mod is built into the skin itself. Now, we've seen something like this before, especially in Cold War Zombies. Various bundles that came out came with pretty cool looking blueprints, some of which had built-in ammo mods, which meant that you could spawn into a game of Cold War Zombies, whether it was round-based or Outbreak, and have an ammo mod on your weapon right off of the rip. You can argue that was pay to win, but that was a way to get your hands on an ammo mod without actually having pack-a-punch that weapon. It was cool, and I think some of the times you were able to still pack-a-punch the weapon, but you weren't able to change the ammo mod that was built into the blueprint. It's unclear if that'll be a similar restriction here to the Soul Harvester blueprint, but this does confirm that the idea of seeing built-in ammo mods on certain skins is indeed coming back inside of MW3. But to go even beyond that, a leaker known as Alex over on Twitter did post an image that I'm not going to show on screen for obvious copyright reasons. It'll probably be taken down, but he posted an image of what appears to be confirmation that benefit bundles are coming to MW3 Zombies. If you're familiar with DMZ, you'll know that there are various bundles in Modern Warfare 2 that feature DMZ benefits, whether it's the ability to spawn in with a guaranteed UAV or a gas mask, a 2-play armor vest, or the blueprints in that bundle have faster ensured weapon cooldown times, which I think are around 15 minutes instead of the usual 60. So there have been various DMZ benefits incorporated into Modern Warfare 2 bundles. Only a few, I believe, have incorporated a battle rate self-revive as a benefit, which to me is kind of getting close to that line where it's like, all right, that's a little something, because battle rate self-revives are still pretty rare to come across inside of DMZ. I think they buffed the spawn rates of them now, but so long as the item that you spawn in with is fairly common in the match's loot pool specifically, I should say, then I'm okay with the benefits. But just to make things clear, if we could choose to not have bundles like this, I would go down that route, but business is business, and you guys know how things go. This is something that we just have to deal with. And for like, wait, DK, why don't you just rally on Twitter, rally in YouTube videos to say that this is not okay? Here's the thing, right? As I said before with the DMZ benefit bundles, and as I'll say again, no matter what I say in a video, no matter what content creator says what in a stream, in a tweet, a podcast, wherever, the casuals dominate the player base, and most casuals do not watch content on said game. They're gonna buy things anyway, right? That's just the way that it goes. And a good example of this in MW2 specifically is that classic Ghost bundle. So many people out there, and I mean so many, probably bought that bundle not giving a damn about the DMZ benefits, right? That bundle was gonna sell well regardless. So in all, with bundles like that sell well anyway, that's gonna look good for the benefits, and more benefit bundles like that are bound to be made and released shortly after that because of that success initially. So that's probably what's gonna happen again here with the zombie benefits inside of MW3. But the image I'm referring to just says that there's an operator bonus, a bonus effect, and that it is Outbreak exclusive. So I'm assuming the mode that is in MW3 Zombies, the on-disc experience, was originally referred to as Outbreak. Essentially, it is an Outbreak sequel, Outbreak 2.0, but judging from the gameplay that surfaced and the information that's out there, it looks a lot more like DM Zombies, right? A DMZ Zombies hybrid more than Outbreak Outbreak was, but the mode still has a lot of elements from Outbreak that were in Cold War. But yes, operator bonuses are coming back. It's unclear what those bonuses could be. Now, what has already been confirmed, though, as we'll talk more about in a minute, is that we're going to be seeing things like perks, ammo mods, and wonder weapons via schematics in the game. And we'll circle back to that in a second, like I said, but it's possible that one of those things I mentioned will be in some of these bundles at some point. Now, if you're like, DK, this is kind of pay to win, right? Well, here's what I said on the podcast recently, right? I understand people that say that DMZ benefit bundles were also quote unquote pay to win, but my counter to that has always been, look, you can go into DMZ, you can have a fairly decent game, get killed by another real player, get robbed of all your loot, still get revived by your surviving teammate or even an enemy team that picks you up through assimilation. You can exfil with nothing that you spawned in with, but did you still win because you exfilled successfully? No, I mean, you can't really win in a PvE mode, but I do get the fact that DMZ is PvPvE, so you can argue that spawning in with the UAV or a two-plate vest could give you the upper hand against other real players in the environment. But like I said before and earlier in this video, a lot of items like a gas mask, two-plate vest, even a UAV sometimes are common to come across in DMZ, so I don't really have a problem with it. But if you were spawning in with items that weren't accessible for free, such as an extra large backpack or a 4-plate armor vest, items that literally don't exist in the loot pool unless you buy a bundle, then that's really crossing the line. But I'm not going to stop playing DMZ because of benefit bundles, and I'm not going to stop playing MW Zombies because of whatever benefit bundles that do release. Now, if anything, there's almost less of an argument for these bundles in MW Zombies being quote-unquote pay to win because there aren't real people at all inside of MW3 Zombies. There aren't real people walking around that can actually kill you. There's real people that you can team up with, but they can't steal your loot. So hopefully that makes sense. But again, it's all subjective. If you guys want to call these pay to win, say whatever you got to say. Just be respectful in the comments or over on Twitter, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, it's just a part of the microtransaction cycle, right? With any game. I mean, you can't have a game or a live service one that doesn't have microtransactions. There's got to be money made somewhere. And like I said before, it looks like with at least the Warzone and DMZ side of things, they probably said, hey, you know what? DMZ is not quote unquote generating revenue. And people out there are buying bundles for multiplayer and Warzone, but not DMZ. Therefore, they introduced the DMZ benefit packs. And it's also probably helpful for the casual players who don't play enough DMZ or don't have that much time to play and would like to feel like they're at a quote unquote advantage or at least on an even playing field with people that do get to play for hours on end. So they'll probably want to buy packs where they can spawn in with the medium backpack or spawn in with a two-plate vest. But the thing is, I don't really remember ever seeing arguments during Cold War with the bundles that released for that game that the ammo mods you got on blueprints made the bundle quote unquote pay to win. There were honestly features that I forgot were even in some of the bundles, right? I forgot that most blueprints in Cold War feature built-in ammo mods. I really just never looked into it. But yeah, you spawned in with it. It was cool. It is what it is. But looking more towards the schematics now inside of MW Zombies, what's been described so far is that you can go ahead and find schematics or blueprints inside of the map, literal blueprints, right? Not blueprint like skins for weapons, but blueprints as in sheets of paper that have, you know, literal schematics on them. So you could apparently find schematics inside of the environment for various things such as perks, ammo mods, wonder weapons, and even more. Now, once you have the schematic, you can go to the menu and see what items you have to find in the environment to build said schematic. And then once you build that schematic, that becomes a permanent acquisition that you can bring into any match of your choice. But there is a catch. So when it comes to wonder weapons, at least, it was already confirmed apparently that you can only bring in, let's say, a ray gun that you build once every 48 hours. So that's cool, balancing wise, to make sure that it isn't too overpowered to where, yeah, you can spawn in with the wonder weapon every single game. Now, when it comes to ammo mods, that doesn't really bother me. I think that's a cool upgrade, and we already kind of had that in Cold War anyway in the form of some of those built-in ammo mod blueprints, so that's fine. Now, when it comes to perks, as long as it's not the best perks like Juggernog and Speed Cola, I think this is cool. If you have something like, you know, Stamina Up or Deadshot in one of these bundles, I guess that's fine. You guys are probably still against that, but I think that's better than seeing the ability to spawn in with Jug, Speed, or Quick Revive, or a full-on Perkaholic. I wouldn't want to see that, but I'm sure you guys have all seen suggestions online that they might as well just throw in maybe a secret sauce type of benefit into one of the bundles where you spawn in with a randomized perk every game. That way, it's a lot more balanced and RNG focused instead of some type of guaranteed Jug every time you spawn into a match. Now, Now, images did pop up, which I also can't show on screen, but were posted by, I believe, the same Alix leaker on Twitter. We have images of what looks like schematic crafting and an acquisition stash inside of the menu. So again, schematics, you go ahead and find around the environment. They'll tell you what items you need to then go ahead and craft whatever that item is. And once you do that, they become an acquisition that get put inside of your stash. You can bring into every match of your choice, similar to the contraband weapon stash we had over in DMZ. Now, shout out to Margot for recapping this information from various content creators' videos. Here is a list of all potential permanent upgrades / schematics inside of MW Zombies. As far as perks go, we have Deadshot, Elemental Pop, Stamina Up, Quick Revive, Tombstone Death Perception, PhD Flopper, Jug, and even Speed Cola. We then have AATs such as Deadwire, Brain Rot, Shatter Blast, Cryo Freeze, Wonder Weapons like the Ray Gun, Wonderwaffe, and Scorcher. Again, these have some type of time limit in between uses. Weapons, you have an Ether Crystal, I'm not sure what that could be, and an Ether Tool. And again, we don't know much information about that. Miscellaneous include a Dogbone, Golden Armor Plate, and a Classified Blood Burner. Again, if all of this is craftable in-game for free and isn't too difficult, and some of these items that I just mentioned get put into bundles, then I get it. But if something is really difficult and just purely RNG based to craft in-game for free, but then is put in a bundle and that does give you a significant advantage, that's going to be problematic and fairly controversial. But I just think it all depends upon the balancing, right? You know, I get it. There's going to be people out there that don't have much time to play, buy these bundles anyway. Therefore, there's going to be more bundles like such that get released in the future. I get that. But if you have it to where, let's say you can build a ray gun pretty easily in game and it doesn't take too much work and you can only use it once every 48 hours, but a bundle comes out in the future, you know that's going to sell so well. But it features the same benefit and not some type of extra ability to where you can use the ray gun once every 24 hours, as long as it's balanced to what is obtainable and doable in game for free, then I'm fine with it. But there is a line and I just hope it doesn't get crossed. It didn't get crossed with DMZ. Hopefully with zombies it's also fairly balanced, doesn't piss off a majority of the zombies community. This is not me saying I want these bundles in the game. This is just me saying that as a reality, these bundles are coming, they're here to stay, and are probably going to be very successful. So let's at least cross our fingers that things are made fair and don't create a situation where everybody is just very unhappy and there's controversy and discourse that ruins the longevity of the mode. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on benefit bundles coming into Modern Warfare 3 Zombies? How are you feeling about the new schematic buildables inside of the mode, plus everything else we discussed? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.